What's up, y'all? This is Tony Mayo, and I'm going to do a quick owner review on this 2013 Triumph Daytona 675. I bought this thing brand new. It is a 2013. I'm going to tell y'all a couple things about this bike that I like, things that I don't like, what I've done to it, a couple points to know, different things like that. If I miss something, go and leave your comments down below. Like, comment, subscribe. This bike has, let's see what we're talking about, 13,726 miles on it. It's got a beautiful dash. It's got a nice trip light here. Here's the shifter light. When I set it actually to get past 11,000. These lights will progressively flash until I get up to about 12,000 RPM. Then it'll start blinking, let me know I need to shift. Here in the dash, you got some good information. Current active miles per gallon while you're rolling, average miles per hour, how far you've gone, how far to empty, how long you've been riding, average miles per gallon. This bike gets great miles per gallon. This is just commuting, so I'm getting about 45 miles per gallon. That's about the average. Pretty good for a super sport, even though it's only a 675. I'm gonna go ahead and start this thing up. I know a whole bunch of y'all are gonna want to just hear this exhaust I got on here and keep it pushing. That's perfectly fine with me. I have a Competition Works carbon fiber slip-on exhaust, no cat. All that's left is the small little cat under there. It's not too restricted, so I'm not gonna really mess with that. Put this down and get this thing started. Yes, this is a cold start. But let's put it in gear. Out of gear. Alright, so that's that. Nice and loud, nothing too crazy. If I'm not cutting up, I can really ride this thing without earplugs, not necessary. So mods are, I got the shoulder levers, adjustable from eBay. I mean, they work really good. Nothing too special about those. Color matched. Got the Pro Grip tank pad to match with the red trim on the bike. RNG Racing tank sliders. Dropped this thing in the parking lot. They covered up the little damage pretty good. Triumph accessory. Triumph accessory case covers. This is the clutch cover. There's another little cover here. I already told you about the exhaust. Foot pegs that are turning pink. Need to replace those probably. Triumph rear spools. Little tape. This thing is actually pretty handy. It just tells me, gives me a little visual indication. If this thing will focus. Gives me a little visual indication of the tire pressure. If you don't see the green, then your tire pressure is getting too low. Other side, what else? Triumph preload adjusters. These are really easy, no tools required. Just turn it, just put a little back into it. If you're a grown man, that shouldn't be a problem. I'm about 210, so these are actually really handy. I've had to stiffen these up quite a bit. That's fine. Fork sliders, Triumph factory accessories. Here's the stator cover on the other side. Triumph frame sliders. These are actually beautiful. I really like the way they integrate with the lines of the motorcycle. So if I was to drop this thing, these would actually slide like frame sliders are supposed to do. I really like the way these are designed in there. And if I do drop it, just have to replace this puck. And they're actually braced right in here on the frame. which is actually pretty good. No quick shifter on this thing yet. I may or may not get that. Decided not whether I keep this thing. Preload adjuster on the back, of course, for the back shock. Fender eliminator kit. I'm not gonna show you too much of my tag there. Little wheel tape. It's obviously very, very dirty. Need to clean that, but you know, it's the end of October. What can you do? So what do I like about this bike? I really like how fast this thing is, how light it is. Stock, I believe, is 408 wet. Without the exhaust under there, I believe that drops me 10 or 15 pounds. So really, I'm talking about 390 pounds wet. This thing is light as a feather. So, and the handles just like it as well. So that's the thing I do like. It's an inline triple. So this thing is putting out about, stock is rated about 130 horsepower, 55 foot-pounds of torque. So it's probably putting to the ground, you know, maybe 117 and 50. And coming off a red light, the punch this thing has is a lot of fun. First, second gear, I can pop it up. And then it still has the top end speed. As you can see, red line is 14,500 RPM. So I got plenty of top end. This thing is waxing any Japanese 600. If it's a R6, a Gixxer 600, a CBR 600, or a ZX6. They've all tried to pull up. They've all tried to pull off on me, and I wax them all, hands down. I'm even keeping up with my buddies that I ride with on S1000s and KTM RC8s and you know, R1s and everything like that. I'm riding a tail up until about 130, 140. That's when they really start pulling off on me. But you know, that's kind of dangerous anyway. So that's what I love about the bike, and it's like I said, also gets decent fuel mileage. I get a lot of looks, a lot of questions about this bike. It's a rare bike, a sought after bike. Now on to what I do not like. I do not like the fact that this bike is so expensive to maintain. Not a lot of people want to touch this bike. I've been having some serious coolant leaking issues, and if you go on the Triumph forums, they actually mention those issues. I mean, it's been washed off now, but if you look here, I got some splash, you know, from the coolant, and I have to fill this thing up with coolant or top it off about every 2,000, 3,000 miles, which is very annoying. Haven't found a solution for it yet. Another thing I do not like, these brakes, these Nissan calipers, I believe these are 310 millimeter rotors. They are not the most, they don't really have the initial bite you'd expect from a Super Sport. Now you really have to put some effort into, even though it's a very light bike, you got to put some effort into getting this thing stopped and slowed down. I don't know if I just need to upgrade my brakes or, you know, whatever, but ABS works pretty good. It's only kicked in about, I say, 3 or 4 times the entire time I've had this bike, the whole 13,000 miles. You do get that little pulsation through the lever. That's how you know it's working. Oh, I forgot, zero gravity Corsa windscreen. I didn't go with the double bubble, it was a little too short. I like how tall this one is. It doesn't interfere with the lines of the bike too much, but still gives me good protection if I want to tuck down in there. What else do I not like? I mean, that's pretty much it. You know, it's not too much I don't like about this bike. Now, it's not a bike I'm going to keep because, you know, I take my motorcycle to work. I pretty much ride every day through the winter. So I'm going to need something probably a little bit more comfortable. I'm thinking about a Ninja 1000 next. But, man, if you're looking for a super sport, you know, it's going to be quick, sexy, great handling, faster than any of these Japanese 600s. 2013 Triumph Daytona 675 is definitely the bike for you. Oh yeah, another thing I don't like. The ECU on this new model is locked. So for the 2012s and prior, you can get the ECU flash, get a little extra torque down low, a little extra horsepower. But for 2013, you do not have the option. No tune ECU, no ECU modifying or anything of that nature. That's another thing I don't like. Next bike I get will definitely be tuned. Because I'm a tinkerer, you know, I like to make my bike my own. I mean, I have to an extent with this bike, but you're really, really limited as far as what the dealer will allow you to do. So basically, that's what you're stuck with. And for me, it's just a little too restricted. I like to make my bike my own. So yeah, that's it. If you got any questions, leave them down below. It's Tony Mayo out.